So this is a sabina juniper from the Zagreb Bonsai group. They found some of these in the Alps, and this is a very nice tree in general, and this is very interesting and very nice quality, as you can see with the deadwood and the movement. Very much like good Shimpako in Japan or Rocky Mountain junipers in North America. So this is our answer to these. And also the foliage is very nice. There's absolutely no need to graft Shimpako onto it because this is just as nice as good Shimpako. Okay, so we of course admire this movement of the trunk and the deadwood, and many people, when they get something like this, they make the mistake to take it as is in the pot and then style it. Now somebody put that in that pot in order to grow. So the main purpose was not to put it in the perfect position, but just it was put in the pot here because the roots are here. Okay, it's that simple. So do not just start styling it, but start playing around with it. And okay, do this, for example. Okay, I think that's all. Then it's not a cascade anymore. It's more like an upright tree. It's not a literati, which can have two crowns here, something hanging here. It could also be the opposite. It could be a cascade. It could actually be in a cascade pot like that. Okay, so you have to, in a playful manner, go around the tree and look at it from all sides, and basically you look, where is this movement of the main trunk and of the deadwood the best. You don't look at the green, because the green you in the end can put anywhere. Okay, and you also do not too much look at the roots. Why do I say that? Because if I pull it up like this, you may say, yes, I like the crown, but this will never go into a normal bonsai pot. That's true. So the answer to that is, if it doesn't go into a normal bonsai pot, then take an abnormal one. Take a crescent pot or a rock or something, or have something made for you. So this will somehow go into some container. So you can always make a crown upright if you like. You make life easier though if you lay it down a bit like that, okay, and then have a cascade. So if you now force me to make a decision now, I have this feeling that this is sort of the best and easiest to do, and the easiest in the end to get into a bonsai pot. Okay, so then we then take looks from many sides here. We have found a basic good design here. We now find the best one, and then we continue what was already started here. We continue to make a nice looking crown to it. Now there's many models in bonsai which you find all over the internet or in magazines. This is modern bonsai styling. They use a lot of junipers, and they usually have this triangle, which is fine. I may say that it's maybe a bit overdone. It is a very good design, but if a very good design is used too much, it's not good anymore. I mean, it's so common, it's so normal that it's not interesting anymore. So try to avoid this very normal triangle, which is so refined and so styled that it almost looks like a bit like artificial, almost like plastic, dare I say. Don't do that. But if you say, no, Walter, that's what I want to do, fine with me. Okay, it's okay. In a juniper, you never make to look like a juniper anyway. I mean, you must realize that no juniper ever grows like a bonsai juniper looks normally. So with juniper, you can fake anything, but not a juniper. And what we usually do, we make this bizarre looking tree with a pine crown, which is fine with me. With a sabina juniper, you should do that. And one thing I would warn you, don't make it a crown which is too big. The volume of the crown should be much smaller than this. There's way too much green. Why is that? Because the really important thing is not the crown. The really important thing is this trunk and the deadwood and the delicate, the elegance of this. Now, the bigger the crown, the less this will look good. The smaller the crown, the more the rest will shine. So dare I say, the crown is only that size, and then we have another one. So you could actually use this, play with that, make sure they are clearly separated. But that's not easy. But you can do that. But maybe you come to the result that you don't want this, and then you cut it and use this as deadwood. Okay, so this is, does everybody see this? This is a pretty good way of doing it. Again, make the crown small, make it much smaller than it is now. For health purposes, it's fine to now wire it and put it in position, and when that's fixed, then you can cut it back. You have to understand that many trees don't mind too much cutting back. Most deciduous trees you can hack back and they will come. Most pine trees you can cut quite a lot and they will still be happy as long as the roots are okay. Junipers have this tendency to really suffer when you take off a lot of green. Even if the roots are very fine, they're getting so weak and then they may even die. So do that stage-wise. I think we by now understand that this crown should be very small. We make the bigger crown and with wire and fix it, and then after a year or two, when we take the wire off, we then can make it smaller again, and after 3 or 4 years it's a much smaller crown. And not if you right away make a smaller crown, that's a mistake. People would do that in a demonstration because you want the tree to look good after that demonstration. It's not a good idea. Make it for yourself, make it stage-wise. It's much better for the tree. This is a very healthy one. There's many varieties of Sabina juniper, and this is one of the better ones. Some of them are kind of droopy, like this here, hanging, and they have this habit of hanging, which is genetic. They are not getting any better. This is not a hanging one. This is firm. So this is a very nice variety. It also seems to me that this may also hold the shape. One problem with this Sabina juniper we have is that they are not easily holding the shape, meaning you style a crown, it looks very nice, and then you take off the wire, and then it hangs down again, and you have to wire it for the next 15 years, and it still doesn't hold. That's what happens with these, which is a shame. But some varieties may be better, and this looks like a bit more compact and slightly better. So this may actually hold. Okay, so if you have this sort of shape, what sort of pot will that go in? Well, probably not a normal one, because it's planted here because the roots are here. And if you plant it here in a pot, it will look strange. So I think we design some sort of crescent, some artificial rock sort of, and then it can look pretty cool. Okay, the rest, you may play around with that. This is, as you probably found it in nature, there's almost nothing done here, and there's no need to do much. So sometimes you want to edit this because sometimes there's a bit too much. There's old deadwood going everywhere. Maybe you want to slightly edit this, but it should not look like somebody edited. It should look like you found it like that. In this case, I like this much. It's very delicate, and make sure that to make a very nice, delicate crown to it, and a pot which makes the whole tree appear rather natural, as if you found the tree hanging on the cliff up from the mountain. Good quality material you're having here in this part of the world. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.